Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, several suspicious emails. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Oh my goodness, my levels are all off. I can't hear myself.
Welcome.
Things are, oh my goodness. It's terrible. This
Stop
is what we get.
twiddling with the buttons, Colin. What are you doing?
This is what we get for recording in the daytime. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's true. It's kind of weird.
First ever, because of my horrible schedule this
Maybe
week.
not first ever, but rarely.
The sun is still out, and we are recording an episode today. Oh my goodness! Wow,
Colin, what have you been doing? What the heck, man?
what have I been doing? You know, we are in this season of life where there is too much going on.
No.
One thing that has thrown off our schedule a lot is Mr. Noah has started baseball practice this week.
Ah, there we go.
And Brandon, would you like to guess what time the 8-year-old's baseball practice is?
Let me think about this. It's probably, let's see. We had a similar discussion last year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like 7:00.
You know, you'd be close.
Hey,
Because it is not 7.
oh,
It is 7:30.
I was gonna say 7:30, but I thought who starts a practice on the half hour? It's so weird.
And practices are an hour and a half.
Uh-oh.
And so,
Why?
and our practices are now Monday night and Friday night from 7:30 until 9. Ladies and gentlemen, my son, he goes to bed at 7:30 every night of the week. This is bedtime. This has thrown this is changing a lot about what we're doing. The coach has said that she's going to do her best to get us out by 8:30, and I'm like, wow, gosh, golly gee, how nice of you.
I mean, yeah, like that seems. I mean, you don't need an hour and a half baseball practice at 8 years old, right?
No.
That's a bit much. An hour seems perfectly fine. I know that some people have to start later because of like work and stuff, right?
Yes.
So, but like, that still seems like a bit late. Like,
When do the high schoolers practice? This is what I want to know. I'm like, what ungodly hour do they go to?
But high schoolers practice right after school. They practice at like 3:30.
Fair.
It's like
fair. So this has been, and that was just this week, and that's one reason why all of a sudden it was like, oh, I can't, my nights for like little itty bitty timelines now. So they probably do right after school, and then they probably have one practice. I think they have one practice from 6 to 7:30, and then 7:30 to 9, and they do that 5 days a week, but with different teams and stuff. So that has been our most recent addition to this week, which is why nothing went well.
Well, I can see that.
Suddenly going, did not account for this in
it's
my
quite the wrench.
constraint.
Just be like, yeah,
Yep, my constraint of my time, and I am recording remotely this weekend. I'm doing some hiring people, so I've got to train doing follow behind. We're switching it up. I used to do a lot more like, I'm going to train you with me standing in front of you, and then I'm going to watch you do it. And this does not replicate reality at all for anything that we do. Because no one else is going to be there standing next to them ever for the rest of their employment with me. So what we've done is we've done a lot more videos up front of like, here is the perfect way to do this. Then they train in person with me, and I do this, and then I shadow them for a little bit. And now we've kind of changed it up to where we do follow behinds. where I have them go out and do the visits, and then I come in behind them and double check a bunch of stuff in the house. And this is both a massive pain to do because like scheduling this and finding the right time to do this and fitting this in my day is not fun. It's not fun. However, because it replicates a much more realistic environment of my team, I feel like it gives them more insight into the little things that they are subconsciously missing, that I catch. And because I can't, it's hard for them, because if I'm standing next to them, right, this changes how you act, and like you're kind of a little bit more on edge.
True. It's like a driving instructor, right? Where you're like, kind of, you try to drive, but you're also looking at them like, are they writing things down? Like,
yes,
do they see that I did that good? Like, I don't like.
Yes, and on my part, like this is just a thing that I know about me. Like, I tend to lead with my body, or like make subtle motions of whether something is right or wrong. And that's subconscious to me. And I've worked really hard. And I think we've talked about this before. Like, we train to come up and you stop at a stop or a crosswalk, and you wait for the cars and you wait for that dog to stop walking until it's safe. And then you start walking. Well, when I was training, I realized that at no point did I give over the judgment to the person that I was training, because I would just start walking as soon as I thought it was safe. And I never got to see, do they know what's safe? Are they walking at the right time?
Yeah.
Right? Because I was always giving that cue of, and now we go. Right? And that's what we do. So now we're changing that up, and so that's what I am doing this week, is doing some follow behinds.
Oh, well, okay.
Yes,
it's a little more sneaky, right?
Yeah,
and it is kind of like, I do feel like this helps your because Dad was telling me on Easter that you had a person who like did not feel confident to be alone yet, right?
Oh, yes.
And I feel like this like could potentially help with people that are like that specifically, because they're like, okay, I'm gonna go do it, and then somebody is gonna come in a little bit and like double check and make sure I did it right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, it's not so like, oh my gosh, so it could help with that kind of situations as well. Like people like to get into the swing of things better, just because they have a chance to do it themselves, and then have somebody come and be like, oh yeah, that was pretty good. You just got to do this one thing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Then like it's like you feel better about it that way. I feel like that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes. And I know listeners may be going, Collin, like what is this? Like, why aren't you watching this person do the visits, so the pet care and stuff? And that's part of this. Like, that's why I do the in-person stuff. Like, that's why I really want to focus on the pet handling, the pet behavior, all that stuff, for in person. And then like the household stuff, and how we leave lights, and did they clean, and did they lock doors, and did they like, there's all that side of stuff that is just so subtle. And then did they put the visit well together? Did they time it well? Did they allocate enough resources? Did like all that stuff like that? You just have to be independent to get that. And that's what I feel like this is going to get at, I hope. And so we'll see about that. So that's we've been working on that. Yeah, that's what we've been doing this week. It's just trying to design that and stay fresh with, man, because it's so easy to just want to continue to do the same thing that we've done for the past 4 years, you know? and then partially, you know, I'm fighting that urge to complain about the people instead of the process. And I think that's where this came out of, was like, you know what? Why not change something completely? Like, why not? Like, we'll see what works and what doesn't.
No, that's fair. It's worth a shot anyway, you know.
Yeah, well, the kids are They're attending this week. I want you to guess. You're never going to guess. I want you to guess what club. Because my kids aren't involved in enough things.
Yeah, it's true.
So Noah's in Lego Club, and he's in a baseball right now. They're also in rock climbing club, apparently.
Yes.
Twice a week for that. They're belaying each other now, which is
fun.
Oh
dear.
Okay. And Lillian has signed her up for like a volleyball, like an intensive volleyball prep camp thing. So she's excited about that. But on Tuesdays, they're attending another club. And I just want you to guess what club you think my kids are attending.
Oh, so this is not train club? This is a whole nother...
Oh yeah, and it's not train club.
So no!
It's not train club, not volleyball club, not baseball club, not rock climbing club, not Lego club. It's another club.
Another club. Yeah, it's really hard to know because this... like already those things that you listed out are like very widely varied anyway. And so trying to nail down what this could possibly be. Right. It's like, is it going to be something random like knitting club?
Lillian is in crochet at the co-op. But no, not a
you
dedicated
said both.
club.
You said both.
Yes,
so,
both are in.
Yeah, I got nothing. I have no idea.
I did not see this one coming, but we took and attended, and they enjoyed the Mahjong Club.
What? What?
There's a Mahjong Club local here.
How?
And they it just started up like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and so there's one instructor. She's fantastic. She's phenomenal. And she is putting this together, and they're paired up. And this past Tuesday was our first one that we attended, and the kids just watched and learned and asked questions, and they was instructed. And then we're going to go back next week, and they're going to play. And so they're getting involved in a little bit of.
I am okay. I don't know if this is true, but like I like to imagine Lily just sitting at a table with like a bunch of like really old Chinese ladies, because that's the only people that I know that actually know how to play mahjong is like old Chinese women. So I don't really know.
Yep, there's some of those. Mostly there's some of those. There's some just some generic old ladies, but it is all old ladies. So you have 100% old ladies, and then my 8 and 10-year-old.
Nice.
Yes. So this is our new Tuesday afternoon activity that we'll be attending. They really liked.
Oh dear goodness.
It's so funny. What did Lillian say? She goes, "Yeah, Dad, it's really like, it's really like rummy and dominoes." And I said, "Do you know what rummy is?" And she goes, "No, but that's just what the lady said." And I was like, "Okay." It's like that's a reference that's not helpful.
I know that there are like hands.
Yes,
right. Because they're the different tiles represent like suits, kind of, and that there's like different hands that you can get, and there's another thing that you can do. I don't remember what it's called, but the only thing I know about mahjong is infamously this is necessary for certain achievements in the Yakuza games that I play a lot.
I would imagine. Okay.
And like it is like it's like famously hard to do it.
Yes,
I don't engage with that very often, but I do know a little bit about it only because of video games, right? Like I know.
There you go. Hey, you know what? It's a connection point. So yeah. So we turned this into also doing a history search on the history of mahjong. So that is a project that they are working on as well. So we are excited about that. So do that. So yeah, that's my week has been a tweed bit chaotic, and everything. But
yeah,
sounds like it. Yeah, unfortunately, no fun like crazy stories. But I don't know. What about you?
Oh yeah, me neither.
Oh no.
Well, I was just like, we only have so many weeks left of school, like not many.
Yeah.
And so just have to like figure out, just trying to make it sure I have all the things. Can I get through some of the things? Like, one of those weeks is testing. So they put our testing window like very late this year, which I'm kind of annoyed about because it's like the second to last week of school. Oh. They're like, yes, that's when you guys will be testing. It's like, so like, that's a plan. Gross. Like what? Like, yeah, it's kind of gross. I like it a lot better when it's like at the beginning of the test window, because then you have time to like do stuff, and if somebody is gone, they have time to like actually make it up. I have no idea what they're gonna do if somebody's like gone for a session. Like,
yeah, I mean, but like, seriously, what would they do at that point?
I don't know.
Because you can't.
I just read the emails. I don't send them. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this is a plan. Yeah, so that's fun. So that's what we're doing. Trying to get that under control. We do have a field trip next week, so more on that later. I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
After we're back, right? New field trip location, right? So we'll see how this goes. A little nervous about it, but we'll see. They did not want to go to the traditional 6th grade ice skating field trip, right? Partially because it takes like 70 billion years, and that we did get several very suspicious emails this year that are like, hey, your field trip must be educational in nature. So it's like, okay, well, dang it.
Interesting. So they're
yeah. So we are going to attempt to attend the Titanic Museum in Branson.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. The problem is it takes a long time to get to Branson, so our time schedule is slightly problematic. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see. We'll be all right.
Okay. Well, I'm very interested to see how that actually plays out then.
Yeah. So there's your preview. I'll let you know. Okay. We're going next Thursday. So yeah. We'll see. It'll probably be fine. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know.
Did you watch any of the Artemis stuff in your class?
Yeah. Not a lot of the exciting bits were happening at like noon, right? But
okay.
We did watch some of it. We did look at some of the pictures and things, and then Susan and I watched the re-entry last night.
Sure.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we looked at some of the stream stuff, or we just like watched some of the highlight bits, and then we looked at a lot of the pictures in science class, just as like a bonus time. Like, hey, check it out! Look at this cool.
Yeah, those doctored pictures and the videos from the stage in LA. Shush. Yeah, it's fun. Hey, look, if you can't.
Shush. Yeah, all those completely faked pictures that have the camera data embedded into.
I mean,
yeah,
they're pretty good at faking stuff. Goodness. That's all I'm saying. I'm just asking questions here. Okay.
Shush. Shush. It has been funny to watch those people like completely freak out. Just get laughed at by everybody.
Sure. Yeah. Well, because their little world has broken. It's all broken.
It's true. So the cope is in overdrive, but we'll see. It'll be good. It'll be good. We'll see if they actually, their mission schedule is very interesting. And so we'll see if this is actually sustainable, right? Like next year, lander test flights, right? And then 2028 landing, right? This is the timetable. So
it's pretty
aggressive. I like it. So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, we've obviously done it before, so we can do it again.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like we have new stuff, so you can't just assume. You have to have all new testing of all the new material, right? You go like, oh, here is a completely new spacecraft. We should probably test it first before we launch it full of people into space. Good plan.
Sure, if you want to be like that, be one of those testers.
I mean, it really is pretty amazing. Like, especially when you think about like how far it's come since like the Mercury missions.
Yeah.
Right? Because those dudes were insane. Right? Like, if you watch like all those things where it's just like, oh man, all the early test rockets just like blowing up everywhere. And then like Alan Shepard being like, yeah, strap me to that sucker. It'll be fine. Like,
I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously, if nobody has done this, there's so many YouTube compositions or compilations of all the explosions from that era.
Oh, it's not good.
It's not good. And they're not that far apart. I think that's the other thing that you have to remember.
They're not.
And then suddenly it's like, and go.
And here's Alan Shepard. And here's Gus. All right, Gus, hold on. Yeah,
yeah, it's insane.
So we've come quite a staggeringly long way, really, when you think about it. So all those people that are like, oh, I can't believe blah blah blah. You're like, guys, we have all this back stuff to build on. We've been sending like all kinds of rockets for forever. It's all right. It's fine. But the size of that thing is crazy. Like,
I know
that Orion rocket is so big.
No, it really, it's like, it's one of those things of, it's really hard to get the scale of that kind of those things until, because all the shots are from so far away. For most of them. And then until you catch something in the shot where you're like, oh, I know how big that truck is.
Yeah.
Because I see one of the, like, oh, wow.
That's the part that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I had that same thing. So we watched a little bit of the Artemis stuff, but also when SpaceX was doing like the catch. Did you see them catch that thing last year or whatever?
Yeah.
That was the other thing too. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, wow, that's cool how they caught that. But then I saw just how large of that thing that was. I was like, oh, they caught that.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness, what the heck?
Okay, so yeah, well, it's cool. It's neat to see those things back in action, and
that's true.
Astronauts and stuff. So I'm excited. That kind of stuff excites me.
Oh yeah, that's cool. The pictures are just really pretty and really cool and exciting to look at. So and that was really fun
and really real, obviously.
Yes, got it.
Look, if you can't.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we get to our exciting conclusion.
Yeah, something.
Well, it was a conclusion.
It was definitely a conclusion.
It just sort of stopped. We have. I do have a sixth grade quote for you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah. You can just tell they throw babies off cliffs.
What? No. No. Okay. I had a plan. Look, people, I had a plan of like, I'm going to start having the things I overheard in sixth grade quote be the title of the episode. I did that last week.
All right, that's fair.
I'm not doing that.
Can't
this
do it
week.
for this one. That's okay. But
what?
Yeah,
What
so
in the
we're
world?
talking about ancient Sparta, right?
Okay.
And their
Okay.
propensity for being like, oh, this child is sick. Better leave it in the forest to die. Like that's
Yes. Like, well.
So we were talking about that, and we were reading something else, and this girl's like, man, these guys are crazy. You can tell they throw babies off cliff.
Oh
Just
my
out of
gosh.
nowhere.
No. 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 So bad.
I mean, there you go. This is what.
I mean, just they're not wrong that it, but like also.
But again, it's the phrasing here. Like,
Yeah.
what is going?
It's fantastic.
I know.
Okay.
It's great. So you go. So yeah, sorry, no title for you this time, but like, it's okay.
It's okay. Oh,
your title can be. Well, I can't put that in the title.
That's
like,
not my title. Oh my gosh. Well, goodness.
Well,
okay. Well, you know.
Well, how about that dramatic conclusion, Collin? How about that?
This
the book sure is over.
It sure is over. Oh
my goodness.
Man. So we left ourselves. Pip was heading off to go talk to Biddy, right?
Yeah.
And profess love for Biddy and right all the wrongs and live the life with Biddy to make him and Biddy happy for how dumb he was.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
But before we can have that conversation, he stops by and we find our old friend, Mr. Pumblechook.
Mr. Pumblechook.
Who is just the worst. Like, if they're out of all these people in this book, right? I'm not sure anybody annoys me more than Mr. Pumblechook.
Oh, for sure.
And I know that he's supposed to. That's like the goal here. That he is just so. He's like. He's just like so two-faced and so wishy-washy, right? Like whenever Pip was a little kid, he was just like super hateful to him. And then when Pip had a lot of money, he was like super deferential and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But then when Pip wasn't around, he was like boasting about how like, oh, I did that for him.
Yeah.
And now that Pip doesn't have any money again, he's back to being like, I knew all along that you were no good.
Terrible you are.
That's okay.
Yep. How terrible. And this was.
So Mr. Pumblechook is the caricature of like an old church lady, right? Like that's what. Like. So we
just tisking and tutting and
tutting and being ridiculous and all this stuff. Like,
well, and before we get there, we're noticing even now a softening of Pip in himself, where. I think prior, when he was on his Great Expectations, he would have been mad that he didn't get his normal room.
He doesn't. Yeah,
but like, now he's just like, well, I got the same kind of sleep and I had the same kind of dreams.
He's like, I got a room. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
It's fine.
He's realizing, like, not ironically, like intentionally, right? Because he does also walk by the house that is graffitied up to be lotted out for auction.
Yeah.
Right. And like we have to remember that the other name for the house is the Enough House. Right. And Pip has realized that like even like what he is going to be doing is like good enough. Right. Like with the room, he's like, it's fine. It didn't affect me that it wasn't a plush room. Like I still slept good and it was fine. Whatever. Like it was good enough. It was okay. Right. Like seeing the house being torn down and sold for parts. Like it wasn't enough for Miss Havisham to have all of these things, right? She always wanted something that she couldn't have, right? And Pip always wanted the something that he couldn't have. Even when he had all the money, still wanted a Stella. More on that in a minute. Like the only people that are satisfied with their life are Joe and Biddy, right? Foreshadowing. So like he takes this little walk and Pip is kind of coming to terms with like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Like whatever happens, like it's gonna be all right. I'll be fine. We can figure this out. It'll be okay. And then he runs into Pumblechook, who's just being the worst.
The worst.
He's like talking to. It's a little hard to follow because he just starts talking to people and who are in the room, but you like don't really know who they are
or right? Why he's using them as witnesses, basically, like see how he is and
whatever. It's like people that work there and like I don't know, it's just dumb. Like this part was really there's like 2 pages where just like, oh my gosh, just get over it. I can't, like whatever. So we know that Pumblechook has not changed. He's still the worst. That's what we got.
And Pip is also previously Pumblechook said these things and Pip kept his mouth shut because he didn't think he could speak up to him and he was just quiet. Then he had his expectations and he didn't speak up to Pumblechook because he couldn't because of his stature. And now, again, Pip being more comfortable with who he is and what he is, he's like letting out these snide remarks that didn't come before as well, right? He's like kind of not talking back and being disrespectful, but he's definitely like, what are you talking about? Or like real, like he's like,
he's throwing some barbs out there.
Right? Yeah, they're great.
Like good. So we get this big long thing. He finally gets to eat his breakfast, whatever. And he starts walking towards the house, right? It's a lovely day. It's June now. So he's walking over there. He finally sees the school where Biddy's been working, and he's like, "Oh man!" Part of me hoped to like glance in through the window and see her doing her thing and her stuff, right?
Because that'd be cool. Yeah.
And so, hold on. Yeah. So, trying to be doing her thing or stuff, and he's like, "Oh, well, she's not there. Well, drat, that stinks." And he starts walking home to the Joe's house, and he's like, "Man, I don't hear any blacksmithy noises.
That's weird.
That's crazy. Man, I wonder what's going on." And he gets to the house, and it's like, surprise!
Oh. He finds Biddy and Joe hugging each other.
Yeah.
And somebody got married.
Yep. And it was Biddy and Joe.
Definitely
there we go.
Joe. Oh.
And so, so he's like, he does have this funny part where he's like, man, sure is a good thing I didn't say that stuff to Joe the other day. That would have been real awkward.
Yes. Yes. My first thought was one of great thankfulness that I had never breathed that last baffled hope to Joe.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he just let it go. And there's a pause here. You can tell like he pauses and he goes straight into Biddy. I'm so happy for you. Joe, I'm so happy for you. And it's not like begrudging. Like this is genuine, heartfelt. This is like this is sincere at a level that we haven't gotten from Pip.
Yes, that is true. And so he basically just says like, "Hey, you know, I'm happy." And then he does the thing where he's like, you know, I hope that he pulls the Miss Havisham, right? He's like, "Oh, I just hope that you can forgive me for being such a lout."
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, done. Like it's fine.
just like he did, right?
Yeah, so to her,
like, exactly.
Right. He was like, Joe's just like, yeah, okay, no problem. That's fine. And he's like, there's nothing to worry about. You know, it's okay. So, that was a good bit of thing there, and So he's like, all right, that's it, and boom, goodbye.
And he instantly, because he came here to like make a life with Biddy. In real time, he's like, well, I can't stick around because I do have work to do and I'll be gone. I'm leaving, actually.
Yeah, gotta go see my friend Herbie.
My friend Herbie. Like,
bye.
Immediately, he's like, okay, that's and this is like he's picking that direction now, right? Where he's his not that his, well, I guess his hand was forced into this. But he's not joining the military and going off, so that's a good choice.
I mean, yeah, that's very helpful choice. But like,
and what's great now is he clears out that room, because that was still his room. That was because he said, can I go up to my room? And this, and then he's like, can I go up there and just kind of hang out? He sells everything from there that he had that was still his, doing two things. One, freeing him from that spot. Not like, oh, I'm never going back. But
but like, just,
that's not mine. That's not my place. That's their place. And then at the end, like, it's kind of rapid fire. Like, this is also like, the guy who helped set up the scheme for funding Herbert comes out, right? Is that here?
Yeah, he had told Herbert at some point, like, it just like came out, and then he was like, crap. And then Herbert was like, holy, he couldn't believe it. And he was like, wow, that's so crazy that you would do that for me. That's awesome. But it was like after like he went to work for Herbert and he's like moved in with him and Clara, right? They just like keep him around. He's like he's like also there. And then they're just like, oh man. And then Herbert was just like, oh, that's so cool. You're so nice.
Yeah.
Boom. And it is very just like, wow. Like this part of the story, like, again, because this is Pip in the future, like telling us this, right? Like all the stuff up to like the Biddy and Joe thing was like all the important bits. And now he's just like, oh yeah. And then this happened. And then like, that's kind of how I got to here now. Like, boom. He said, basically, we worked hard. We tried to do a good job, but it was all because of Herbert being so like Herbert's good attitude that like propelled us to be successful.
Well, yeah, because he's saying like he's actually happy now. He's working hard. He's got this purpose. He's got this focus to do. They don't have a lot, but he's happy, and you can see a lot of the. And he's working his way up in the firm. He's kind of making this stuff. And how much this actually, I think what's really interesting at this little closing bit, you see him slotting into the honest, simple, hard work, just like Joe had in the forge. Right? Like he found his forge, his own.
Yes.
I love that. And at the end, also he says, we owed so much to Herbert's ever cheerful industry and readiness that I often wondered how I had conceived that old idea of his inaptitude, right? His kind of inability to do things, until I was one day enlightened by the reflection that perhaps the inaptitude had never been in him at all, but it had been in me.
That's true.
Right. So he's recognizing like, no, I was the one with lack of vision. I was the one with lack of, like skill here in this, and Herbert was actually out doing the work, and I wasn't doing anything.
True. Boom. And then we fast forward again.
11 years.
11 years later.
I do not know how old Pip is. I have no idea how old Joe is.
He's like in his. Well, I don't know how old Joe is anyway. But like this means Pip is now in his 30s, right? He's probably somewhere between 33 to 35 years old.
Okay.
Right? I would imagine at this point. If we've jumped 11 years, because he was like in most of this other stuff, he was like 21 to 23 for like the majority of this middle bit ish. And then like this is 11 years later. So he's in his mid
30s,
the early to mid 30s at some point, right? And so he had not seen Joe or Biddy, but he has been like, he's actually been writing to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's actually keeping up his correspondence this time. So like, even though he's not there, he is like doing stuff, right? we don't know where he is. He's not in England, and he just says in the East. So like, I don't really know what that means.
Well,
like,
wait, I thought for the beam across the parlor ceiling at Mill Pond had then ceased tremble under the old barley's growls and was at peace, and Herbert had gone away. Oh yeah, he goes, yeah, and I was left in sole charge of the Eastern Branch. Yeah, that's all we know. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, because he said I had quitted England.
Yes,
and so we don't know where he is. And then in this chapter 59, the last chapter, he says I had often before my fancy in the East. So I said, so we don't know where it is exactly, but anyway, he's like doing stuff, and he's been working, he's been writing with them, but he does come back to see them, right? He's just he's like back in town, he's back in London, and so he comes over to see them, to say hi. And he sees that Joe is exactly the same, just gray, and they have some children, right? One of which they have named Pip, and he's like, wow, that's cool. I hope he turns out better than me.
right.
And Joe's like, oh no, we hope he turns out just like you because you're great, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, aren't you gonna get married? And he's like, Herbert and Claire say so too, but whatever, it's fine, I don't care. Like, he's given up on this. And then Biddy's like, oh, well, is it because you're still thinking about her? And he's like, no, of course I'm not. That's silly. And it's totally why he hasn't been married, because he's still thinking about her, but he doesn't. He's like, of course I would never. That's definitely all gone, right? All gone, Biddy. That's not a thing anymore.
And then the phrase, nevertheless.
Yes.
I knew while I said those words. No.
Yeah.
It's not true.
So, so he decides to go just on a little walk. He's like, luckily they eat dinner early, and this gave me some time to go on a walk. He did know that he had heard about Estella, and that her life had not been so happy, right? Because it turns out her husband was a loser. We knew that all along, right? We knew it all along. Like and so he's all sad about that because. But he's died because he was being mean to a horse. That's all it said. Death of her husband from an accident, consequent of his ill treatment of a horse, which we had seen previously. Right?
This is not surprising to anybody.
No, it is not. Not even a little bit. So, boom. He wants to go out and go for a walk, and he goes to walk by the old Haversham place, right? Which is now just a lot.
Yes.
Right.
And field, basically.
And field. Except for, there was no brewery, no buildings, whatever, but the wall of the old garden. The cleared space had been enclosed with a rough fence. And looking over it, I saw that some of the old ivy had struck root anew and was growing green on a low, quiet mound of ruin. A gate in the fence standing ajar. I pushed it open and went in.
Bum, bum.
Bum, bum. and through the silvery mists, whom does he discover walking in the garden? Dun dun dun. I saw to be the figure of a woman. As I drew nearer, yet it was about to turn away, when it stopped and let me come up to it. Then it faltered, as if much surprised, and uttered my name, and I cried out, Estella. So, yes, fate has brought them together once again. Because she's like, he's like, do you come here a lot? She's like, no, I don't.
No, and she's like, you? He's like, yeah, no.
He's like, no, I haven't been here forever. Like, it's like I haven't been here since that one time. He's like, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of funny, but like, whatever.
And he's asking, like, we find out that this land is all she has. This is this is the only thing that she has kept is this place. And he's like, are you going to build on it? And she's like, yeah, actually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. and she's like, "Are you doing good?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I've thought of you often." He's like, really? Really? Oh, that's cool. That's neat,
Wow.
right? There was a long, hard time when I kept far from me the remembrance of what I had thrown away when it was quite ignorant of its worth. But since my duty has not been incompatible with the admission of that remembrance, I have given it a place in my heart.
Basically,
she does have one.
She does. Oh, wow. Yeah. Basically, she's. I love that phrase of the remembrance of what I had thrown away when I was quite ignorant of its worth. Basically, she's talking about his love for her now, right? Like she's like, because of what she believed, and unfortunately now what she's gone through, she realized what was there. And
but they're gonna part again, right? She's just like, well, it's been nice, but we gotta go. And this is very weird, right? She's like, you said to me, God bless you, God forgive you. And if you say that to me then, you will not hesitate to say that to me now. Now, when suffering has been stronger than all other teachings and has taught me to understand that what your heart used to be. I have been bent, broken, but I hope into a better shape. Be as considerate and good to me as you were, and tell me we are friends.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
Yep. But here he says we are friends, and then she says, and we will continue friends apart. But this is so interesting.
This last paragraph is very weird.
Okay,
right?
Well, this ties in, and I have some information. Well, real quick. So on this, he said, I took her hand in mine and went out of the ruined place. And as the morning mists had risen long ago when I first left the forge. First off, mists in this book
are like all over the place.
All over the place. Usually when there's like moral confusion or like fear or uncertainty,
he literally says, obscuring things.
He said, so the evening mists were rising now. He's getting clarity, like there's something here. And in all the broad expanse of tranquil light, they showed to me, I saw no shadow of another parting from her. Okay. So he's not going to be away from her, right? So not going to be apart. This is a lot more hopeful than the original ending.
I know. I was going to ask if you had that too.
I had stumbled across this. Man,
this is in my book.
Oh,
the original
really?
ending is printed in my book.
Oh,
yes. Right.
Okay.
And so, I was like, hold on, because back at the after he talks to Biddy, right? There's an asterisk, and it says, "Here begins Dickens' new ending, as rewritten just before initial publication. The original ending, which is reprinted only rarely, then follows." Dun dun dun. So this one was interesting. Like we do leave. We have all this history. We have all this stuff, and then we leave on this this last line. I saw no shadow of another parting from her. So it is a lot more hopeful. It is a lot like maybe now that they're both in a healthier mental state of mind, in a better place, and have had all this time to like discover themselves by themselves, that perhaps there is a future, some sort of future for them together. Right. Yes. That's where we end here, which after all this is, I guess, good, because basically the message of the whole book is like to like keep hopeful, right?
Yep.
Like to keep looking ahead and try to make better of your situation, and like just being hopeful, right? That's kind of the whole thing.
So it's uncertain, right? It's uncertain. It's not like, and they lived happily ever after. It's at least like,
it's a start. It's like a new start, right? I don't want part 2, but like this could be, I can't, but like, yes, it is uncertain, but it's not like foreboding. You know what I mean? It's not like a solid end, right? There is this, like, they're walking out of the garden, the place where they have a lot of history.
That's since been destroyed, right?
Yeah.
All that's been gone.
Yes, all the old is gone.
Yeah.
All of it. Right? Everything except for their one little piece, this little garden piece. Right? Yep. Now, whether she kept that on purpose or not, we don't know. But everything else is gone. All has been laid waste, and she's going to build something new as they walk out of the garden together. Right? Yep. So, yeah. I can definitely see why he rewrote the ending. Because the original ending is really not very great.
It's so not good. It's so not good.
Right? It's basically the same up to like her husband Drummel still dead, but she like remarried somebody else, right? A doctor guy, and whatever. And like it talks about that a little bit, and he just says that one day I was walking out in London with Little Pip, me and Little Pip hanging out, and somebody came running up to me and asked if the lady in the carriage could speak to me. And he goes up there, and it's Estella in the carriage, right? And she says, I am greatly changed, I know, but I thought you would like to shake hands with Estella too, Pip. Lift up that pretty child and let me kiss it. For she supposed the child, I think, to be mine. I was very glad afterwards to have had the interview, for in her face and in her voice and in her touch, she gave me the assurance that suffering had been stronger than Miss Haversham's teaching, and had given her a heart to understand what mine used to be. This is actually 2 years after the thing anyway, also. So it's like a further 2 years after that. And it's just like, he meets her on the street and she's like, oh, hey, I just want to say hi. And then leaves again.
Yep.
Like that ending sucks a lot.
Not good. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I agree.
Ending is bad. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it really it really undermines the whole like message of the whole rest of the story, right?
Yeah.
Like it is just that she has moved on and Pip still kind of likes her, but like sucks to suck anyway. Whatever. But like, so the rewritten ending, I will say I do like that one better. I think that was a good job.
Well,
of rewriting that, just to kind of fit with the overall theme of the rest of the book.
And it also, like the rest of the book, it leaves so much more open. Like, and I think like that's what this book is good about, is not having a deterministic pathway through literally anything, as Pip is trying to find his way and get his great expectations.
Oh yeah, the twists and turns are abundant, right? Like,
yes. And that's why I think the status, I think this is referred to as the status house ending. Like this is the people like this ending a lot more. And I agree, because it's not all rosy. It's also not bleak and so like final as to the original ending.
Yeah.
Yes. It is at least like, and basically the story goes on. And I'm sure that is frustrating to some people, but I think it definitely fits much more with the through line of Pip, at least. Right.
Yeah. And just how like the whole time he's just been sort of like going from thing to thing anyway, right? Like he's just kind of like, we're just seeing his journey kind of twist and turn all kinds of different ways, and like there's all of a sudden like random stuff just happens and you're like, wow. So the new ending, the published ending, is it fits in again, like with that. It's not it doesn't just stop. Like this ending, the original ending being just such a hard stop is kind of weird. Again, especially because he's only like in his 30s at this point, so like it's weird to have that be there. But I don't know. I don't like the original ending.
No,
I don't know what made him change it. I don't know who was like, yo, this is not
Chuck.
Good. But like,
no.
yeah, Chuck, you gotta fix it.
You gotta say no.
Come on, like, what are you doing? But I think, I was thinking about this today. I'm just like, man, that's a good job. Like, it's at least the other one, like you say, it's open ended. It's a little hopeful. We can see that both of them have changed and matured a little bit, right? Like, so there is this door opening, right? There is this newness that is to be had everywhere. And so I think it fits more with the story of Pip and his like coming to realize that it's okay to be like hopeful, right? Because again, all of the best influences on Pip's life have this like positive, more hopeful outlook, right? Joe, Herbert, Wemmick.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Always much more positive, always looking for, like, being hopeful, seeing, striving for stuff like that. Those are the people in this book that are happy.
Yeah.
Not the people that are like, resentful and like only thinking about the past, only like reflecting about how things used to be, right? That's like Haversham and Jaggers, right? Like all the people looking to the future. I mean, even to some extent, Magwitch, right? He wanted this future to happen, right? Yes. He wanted to look forward to something, right? That was the driving thing. We got something to look forward to. We're gonna drive forward. We gotta do these things to make it happen, right? Like, so even him, right? Like Pip. I think that's the thing that Pip comes to see in him, and why he kind of softens on him there.
Well, and Magwitch's just overall acceptance of life, and that there are things that you can fight against and other things you can't fight against. I think that was a big, at least, arc for Magwitch, and that lesson from Pip. Yes, the optimistic looking forward, but also the just acceptance of things are going to happen, and you can't do anything about that, and that's okay.
Like you don't have to. Like that's the message of enough is okay, right?
You don't have to fight it. You don't have to rail against it, and which is again that sign of major maturity when he's sitting there in front of Biddy and Joe. That was a thing that actually happened. That was not in his plan. He couldn't control it, and he just went boom, like the water through Magwitch's fingers in the river. Like I'm just flowing through. I'm just okay. That's what this is, and I need to keep going. And that is a much more hopeful attitude, although slightly less than like Herbert's like everything's gonna be great and awesome and woohoo kind of attitude, kind of thing. But it's hopeful nonetheless.
That's true. So there we go, Collin. We did it.
We did.
We've made it.
We've worked our way from the marshes to I don't know what's happening right now. Still, look. Also, the theme that we have through this book is we don't know what comes next.
We don't know what's going to happen. Yes, that is the other important theme of this book. I literally have no idea what's happening next. So, boom. That does leave you to imagine Pip's journey yourself, I guess. Right.
Yes.
But yeah, that is the other good theme of. I literally cannot tell what's going to happen next in this book.
Yes.
Oh dear. So well, there you go. Boom. We made it.
I know.
There we go.
Oh. Yeah. So it's going to be, I don't know. So now we got to start thinking about a next summer book.
We do have to do that. Yes. That's so see how we feel about where we need to go from this thing. This
Yeah. How do we pick up from that? Again, we'll have to think about our summer reading, like what we want that.
That's true. The theme of this. Yeah, it's a good point. So we'll brainstorm there.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, should I round us out in a haiku or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a birthday party to go to.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
Tuesday time, so it's good.
Okay. Well, you got it. Yeah. Did you get a nap before you go?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Rest it up.
Okay. Tiles click and whisper. Hands move fast. I miss the rules. Laughter. I'm still lost.
I think that really does embody the mahjong experience, right? Like, much like Pip, I have no idea what's happening.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know why I'm here, but here I am. Yes.
You won? How?
Right. What told you? What about the last 10 minutes tells you that you won? Because I don't understand anything.
What does that mean? I
don't know. So, we move forward nonetheless.
Nice.
Okay. Well, enjoy your day, and we will
all right,
do this
you too.
again soon.
Yes.
Okay. Love you.
All right, love you too.
Bye.
Bye.